Good morning, guys. Good to have all of you on the live this morning. How you all doing? Got a good cup of black coffee here, and we hope that in your utensil for drinking, you have something in there as well. Good to see so many of you on the broadcast this morning. 300 of you have already joined us. Thank you guys so much. Yasin and Edward, Mandy, Sandra. Good to have all of you on the broadcast this morning. Andrew, Wenda, good to have you too. Kay and Samantha, good to have all of you on the broadcast. Wherever you're joining us from, please share the live for us. Smash that emoji button as well. How y'all doing? We're just so privileged to have all of you here. Wherever you're joining us from the many, many places, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, neighbor. Good morning. Happy and very, very privileged to have all of you with us, wherever you're joining us from this morning. We're dotting we I's, we're crossing our T's. How are y'all folks doing? Today is what? Today is Wednesday. Believe it or not, Wednesday already, the 10th day of September. All you try there. The 10th day of September already. I woke up thinking it was the 8th, and I was thinking, my God, the 1st was so long ago. I want y'all know this 5 years gonna fly out, you know. This time gonna fly out. Quick, fast, in a hurry is what we do with it that is gonna matter. It is what we do with it. And I'm hoping that could be part of our discussion this morning. What we do with it, that is what's going to be more meaningful. How we use this time different. That's my own humble estimation. That's my own humble estimation, that we do it different than we did the last 5. We seek to do it better, stronger than we did the last time. Now, last evening as I was on, I noticed Ganesh Mahipal was also in the live. Right? Ganesh was in the live. I don't know where that came. Where did that come from? No, Lord. Where did that come from? I noticed Ganesh was on the live last evening. Thank you. Ganesh was on the live. I didn't even say hello. It's when I was looking back early this morning and going through some of the comments, I see Ganesh saying, look me, I'm there. Good morning, Ganesh Mahipal. Wherever you're joining us from this morning. When this says Texas supporting, good morning. Wenda, never been to Texas. Wenda. And you all know I don't like short places I wasn't invited to. Yeah. Wenda. I never been to Texas. Wenda. Folks, this morning, I want to have a very interactive program. I want y'all to do most of the talking this morning. Now, the election is behind us. Fading with each passing day. And we're coming into this period of governance for the incoming administration. You know, the President Irfan Ali has been sworn into a second term. Barack Jagdeo, he's also been sworn in. And a distant third, Mark Phillips, he's been sworn in as well to something. They say he's Prime Minister. I don't quite believe it. Vice President seems to be higher than Prime Minister. I don't quite believe it, but they say he's Prime Minister. It is alleged. He had his signature on paper. It is alleged. I saw him sign something. I don't know if it's the exact paper. It's alleged. He's the Prime Minister. Their cabinet as well is taking shape. Those are some of those and some allied issues I want to discuss with you all this morning as we shift into this new dispensation. It's 2025, folks. 2030 beckons. It's just around the corner, you know. Are we going to be old and wiser? Or are we going to do the same things over and over? Last evening, we had an insert where former mayor of Georgetown, the national capital city, Ubraj Narain, Pandit Ubraj Narain, he said that, look, this petition thing, then let me go down the road again. We got to turn our eyes to governance. Now, you might agree or disagree with him. We just put in the facts, what he said. He did say we're not slandering or libeling him. He did say that. But it seems to have resonated with some of you. Let us use that as our jump-off point this morning. As you pull a cup of a utensil with something warm in it. Some coffee, some tea, some coffee tea, some Milo tea, some porridge, some porridge. You know, we got to be a little extra. What are you guys having for breakfast this morning? Cereal, oats, some fried plantain. I could do some of that. A little scrambled egg on the side. My God. Whatever it is, pull a chair with us. and let's have a discussion on these issues. Former mayor of the national capital city of Georgetown, Ubrajnarain.
Former Georgetown Mayor Obraj Narain says that now is the time for new leadership in the People's National Congress reform. He also said that a review of the Constitution is imperative.
And when you have Commonwealth citizens and so on to vote in a general election, it's something that to give a thought about. Need to go back to the.
All right, let's come back. I think we didn't get it as good as we wanted to get it. But again, offering his thoughts on the way forward just yesterday on where we should go and how we should be approaching it. We got a little ways to go, folks. We got a little ways to go. We can do it the same way or we can do it different. The choice is ours. Our apologies for messing that up. Our apologies there. But part of what he says is, don't bother with this petition thing. That can lead us in the wrong direction, and it could take years. It could take years, part of what he said, to realize a petition, and then on the other side of that, you don't even get what you want. The reality is what obtains. And the only way we can dislodge these guys here is via the ballot. Or should we pursue the petition? But more centrally, outside of that, how do we govern based on what we know, what we have moving forward? I think we get it better this time. Take a look.
Former Georgetown Mayor Obraj Narain says that he would forego any elections petition at this time.
We must accept the result and move on, right? We must accept the result and move on. We have work to do. We can't run to court to fight file a petition which will hear 6 or 7 years after.
He said that there is the likelihood that after such a lengthy delay, the petition could be thrown out. He said that the people need the support of leaders at this time.
And my Afro-Guyanese, they will look up for a leader in this country. I can't guarantee if the new opposition leader will represent the interests of Afro-Guyanese and at large base Guyanese at large, or hold the government accountable, right? I'm not saying that the PNC is an Afro-Guyanese party. PNC is always a multi-ethnic party, right? But Afro-Guyanese have been facing a lot in this country, not now, not 5 years ago, way before, and it continue.
He said that people shouldn't be carried away by cash grants and a contract to clean a drain.
I don't want to see my people clean drain. I want to see them elevate. They will get a contract to clean of a $3 million, $5 million. When that is finished, the person who get that contract for $5 million that does not have the capacity, which they have to go rent it from a big contractor.
Pandit Narain said that this must be seen in a context that people don't understand. The benefits enjoyed by the government derive from the Granger administration, he said. The very oil contract that the PPP once criticized is their boon, he said.
You all know I really like our former mayor. love our former mayor. He is so down to earth. He is so down to earth. Telling us as it is. No, it's petition. petition. Let us get on with it. That's what he's advocating. Please and thank you. Let us just get on with it. Pay some power. And that's where our program lies this morning. Because we want to hear from you on how we move forward. We haven't heard your voices in a very, very long time. And we value your insights. So we want to hear from you lovely, fantastic folks on what you consider, your thoughts on how we move forward. Send us a voice note. Please and thank you. Be as respectful as you can. I want to hear from you. I haven't heard from you all in a long time. Your choice for the 13th Parliament. And I want to walk through some of what we know as we begin this morning. Send us a voice note. Yeah, there's a number. 627-6963, our usual number. You all haven't called in a long time. Now, this is across the political spectrum. This is the period we're in. As I said, the elections are behind us and people are weighing, parties are weighing the options. And no doubt the government looking at its agenda for the next 5 years, if it has one, for the next 5 years, they're making certain decisions on the membership. Yes, they are. They're making some decisions on their membership. And no doubt we invest in nationhood. Win Party, they're making some decisions too. Some of it is in the public sphere. And also the APNU. Now, I want you all to listen to instructions very carefully. Because we understand some people is go in the ballot box and instead of putting the X in the box, they put it outside. Right? Instead of not letting the X touch the box, they do a bundle of nonsense. So I want us to listen to the instructions very carefully this morning. We're not going to call because one call bounces off the next call. Send us a voice note. Right? Send us a voice message. 627-6963. Now, for the People's Progressive Party, Civic, this is just speculation based on what is in the public sphere. Let us put that as a disclaimer, as an asterisk. But we're hearing that environmentalist Sham Nakhtar, he might make the list for Parliament, for Cabinet. Tandai McAllister might make the list. Peter Ramsarup, well, he's a political grasshopper. Has he hopped his last hop? Has he found a home? Peter Ramsarup, the Go Invest CEO, is he going to be a minister in the new government, in the cabinet, in the National Assembly? And then breakout MP Sarah Brown. Now, Sarah was almost thrown out of the last assembly because it was believed, it was argued that a parliamentary secretary could not enjoy the privilege and rights of a member of the National Assembly, right? But that didn't hold water in the judicial system. And Sarah Brown re-entered Parliament. She's being touted as a front runner for the next Amerindian Affairs Minister. Pauline Sukai. If the comments on Facebook and social media is anything to go by, oh, Sukai has gotten a beating. If she survives that, nothing short of a miracle. And then we're hearing the name Stephen Jacobs, former cricketer and businessman. Stephen Jacobs is being touted. Yeah. That's what we're being told. That's what we're being made to understand. Folks, we said do not call. Kindly and please send us a voice note. I'm trying to be as kind as possible. Right? As big people, we got to listen to instructions. Send a voice note. Because once we on a call and others are calling, the volume goes down. That's number one. And sometimes it just bounces off the other call. When we invent our own phone system, we can design it differently. But for now, that is what updates. And it's not good for broadcast purposes. So Stephen Jacobs is also being touted, floated as a possible minister, member of parliament, having a cabinet seat. Perhaps. Ali says he's focusing on continuity and inclusion, a blend of political veterans and technocrats for the new government. I'm telling what the folks said. And I'm hoping you all can have your say as well. I intend to talk a little bit about WIN, just as a signpost. And then I'll come home to the APNU. Because we can't talk with other people and we in touch with ourselves. Right? How is song there? We can't talk, but the the People's Progressive Party Civic, the PPP-C, and you all know the C gun, the civic component gun, we can discuss there, we can talk about ourselves. So send us a voice note, right? Resist the urge to call. Send us a voice note, and we're going to play that voice note so that the other folks who are watching us can benefit. But be respectful. Be respectful. As we said, we want to start this new dispensation very, very soft, right? You want to give you all a smooth takeoff. Well, we'll get some turbulence mid-course. Year, 2 years from now, remains to be seen. But we want to get a smooth takeoff. Right? That is our aim. So be respectful in what you send as a voice. 627-6963. The number is right there. It's right there. Look, bottom. So for the Win Party, folks, we invest in nationhood. It's public knowledge now that Ashuddin Mohammed, he has indicated he's going to occupy the seat of the leader of the opposition, as the Win Party now controls most of the seats in the parliamentary opposition. They have become, regretfully, the main opposition party. I fed up. They have become the main opposition party. So we have an uphill task on our hands, folks. But let's talk a little bit about them before we get to our own business. Ashuddin Mohammed, he has signaled his intention, as I said, to assume the role of leader of the opposition. Attention then now turns to who his MPs are going to be. Right? And to that we turn our attention as well. Now, we're being told, good folks, coming back to the National Assembly, former APNU AFC parliamentarians, Tabitha Sarabo Haley. Tabitha is set to be back in the National Assembly. Natasha Singh Lewis, now Natasha Singh Fordyce, is poised to be back in the National Assembly as well. And then we have also Don Hastings Williams is going to be back in the National Assembly as well. That's what the folks tell us. Now again, we want your thoughts on all these issues. And that's why we plead with you all. Send us a voice note. Don't be long. A minute, minute and a half the most, so we get as many views as possible. Don't be long with your voice note. So Tabitha, John Hastings, right? Natasha Singh Fordyce, poised to be back in the National Assembly. They were on the APNU AFC team the last go round, as we say in the vernacular here. True story. So our sister Dawn has a beautiful guest house at Camarang. Right? It's one of the only guest house at Camarang. This is Upper Mazruni, Region 7. Beautiful guest house. And so while we were in that region campaigning, we stayed at Dawn. Now, it was interesting. Right? If you ever wanted to see political inclusivity, it was at Dawn's guest house while we were in Camarang. Because while we were staying there, you had some Win folks who were staying there as well. And Dawn, of course, is part of Win now. And also staying at Dawn's guest house was the AFC. So in that small space there, beautiful guest house in Camarang. If you ever in Camarang, you got to stay at Dawn's place. You had the AFC, you had Win, and you had the APNU. All using that as a base, because from Camarang now you go to Parimo and Waramadong and other places, Jawala and Imbamadai and so on. You got to head to Camarang first, and then you shoot off to all of those things. So it was interesting, but everybody was cordial. Everybody was very cordial and respectful of each other and chatted up very nicely and so on. You know, the way it should be, I'll say. So, we intend to see Tabitha, Natasha, John Hastings, Williams as well, back in the National Assembly. And then we hear we might have some new faces like Vishnu Pandey. Who's Vishnu Pandey? I don't know. I'm interested to know. Dr. Ryan Richards. Dr. Ryan, if you see me anywhere, introduce yourself. Right? Hopefully the National Assembly. Gobin Harbajan. See, Gobin and getting to good reviews. Gobin Harbajan from Region 6. Might be the National Assembly as well. Nandrani Singh is another name we hear. And also Dr. Gordon Barker. Another name being mentioned for the We Invest in Nationhood Party is Beverly Cornelius. Those are some of the names that we are hearing. Beverly Cornelius. Now that's the number you're going to send your voice note to. Be respectful, please and thank you. It's early. All right? And you all know from Belladrum, I can go from 0 to 60 very fast. I from Belladrum, 0 to 60, like, See, you're big guy. Please and thank you. 627-6963. As I said, now I can mind the people business. I left myself out. No, that would not be right, Jilly G. Gwyneth, Andrew, Brenda, Ryan. It would not be right, Linton, at all. You know? So let me mind your own business a little bit. We're being made to understand that we have some folks who are almost a certainty. My brother from another mother, Vince Roy Jordan for APNO, should be back in the National Assembly. No, Vince Roy tries to look like me. All right? I don't quite like it, but it's things you got to live with. You understand? My brother from another, he tries to look like me. He's almost certain to be back in the National Assembly. Also, Ganesh Mahi Paul. Right? Ganesh Mahi Paul, the man himself, should be back in the National Assembly from what we're hearing. And a reading of the tea leaves. Ganesh should be back in the National Assembly. Of course, you know Ganesh is from Region 3. And more specifically, Wakenham, born and bred. Right? It's true, Ganesh? I believe so. Of course, our brother Vince Roy Jordan is from Region 5. Region 5, the region my wife is from, West Coast Bobbies, hails from Lovely Lass, where he lives with his family in Region 5. And then we have Nima Flew Bass from on the East Bank. Nima always on the ground. Yesterday morning time, no Nima calling me but something. As usual, bothering me. You hear this? You see that? Look what's happening here. Something happening in Moko. You ready to take a look at it? Sign me up. Some of the persons we're hearing heading back into the National Assembly as part of the APNO team. I heard I'm also heading back. Right? It makes sense. I'm being told I'm on a list. Who on the list? Who off the list? Right? Christopher Jones' name is being floated as well. Ricky Ramsarup, Dorita Finance. Can't leave out a prime ministerial candidate. Dorita Finance, her name is being floated as well as heading back to the National Assembly. Coretta McDonald as well should be heading back to the National Assembly. And then other names are being floated. Remember, this is just speculation. Right? I speculate but myself. Right? So in terms of some of those new names, newcomers, Sherwin Hall as well. Name is being floated there. But in terms of some of the newcomers, Terence Campbell, businessman. Terence Campbell. His name is being floated as well. Saiku Andrews. Saiku's a businessman, a gospel artist, an artiste. His name is out there as well. I'm hearing one of my favorite people out of the mining tongue of Region 10, Sharma Solomon, Sharma Rahim Solomon, the mayor of the Mayon Town Council, I think that's how they refer to it, of Linden, Sharma Solomon, the deputy mayor as well. I heard his name is being mentioned too. Dominic Blair, Riaz Rupnarain. Did I mention Sherwin Hola? These are just some of the names, folks. I want to underscore that because some of y'all can say, "Oh, I'm hearing this body and that body, such and so forth." I'm just saying these are some of the names that are being floated. Right? They'd ask for your voice notes. Let's take one and see how far we get.
Hey, good morning, Sharon. My question for you would be, I know the names of those folks that going back into the National Assembly. Why I didn't see much mention of this guy was Rovaldo Pedlal, maybe the guy from quarantine. He sounds a little enthusiastic, young individual that I think we need to expose now. And did you guys assess where you went wrong in this last general elections? I mean, to lose that terribly, you think it's collusion with GCOM and PPP that really caused your defeat? Because it seems as though PPP gained votes.
Mm-hmm.
And only the coalition lost votes in the election. This kind of strange analysis.
All right, you heard that. Rovaldo Birbal. Rovaldo's from Mahaica, if I remember correctly. He's from Mahaica, and that's one of the names I did here. But if we put all that, we can be talking about 500 names. And that is why I said this is speculation. This is nothing written in stone. I want to underscore that. Nothing written in stone. It's just speculation, right? That being said, folks, we move on. Welcome.
Good morning. This is my own for you. Norton, Juretta, my Paul Slow, Dexter Todd, Sharon Duncan, Rivaldo, Coretta, Nima Flu, Sharon Holder, either or, Annette Ferguson or Dominic Blair. And we have Christopher Jones at the edge. This is Tessa from Marlborough Region 1.
I love that. Yours, your Tessa gotta be political. Short space of time, so much content. Tessa Rat loves your whole list. Now, some of you can take 10 minutes trying to tell us that. Right? If you could be like anybody this morning, please be like Tessa. Chris, went to the point.
Good morning, sir. I do not accept the result of this election. It's a narrative the PPP government have given to us to accept. Our eyes can see, a blind man could see that this election was robbed, taken from us because they don't know that Mohammed cannot represent this election like Norton would have. So they play a game between us to put him second in front of Norton. So Norton gonna be third party, weak and willing to speak to them or negotiate with them over Azadine because they're afraid of going to jail, make they rig this election and the world see and know. But it ain't gonna be for too long because we're gonna rise up. It even show deep racism between this religion, between this election. Either a Hindu or a Muslim gonna be ruling this country, and the blacks will always be behind.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your contribution this morning. I don't want to get into blacks and Indian, Muslims, Jew or Gentile. Please, right? But thank you for your contribution nonetheless. And I should have said earlier that there is going to be a lot of introspection in the APNU as to not a better, a more accurate reading of the tea leaves, what went wrong, where it went wrong, and how do we better ourselves. And I can tell you, that is part of the consideration of the names you will see. Well, I should say the names being put forward, but the final list, whenever that emerges, that will be part of the consideration because the path you have to go to get back to full strength, right, is a very arduous one. And so all hands are needed on deck. But who's going to make that final list? remains to be seen. Remember, brevity is the order of the day. Please and thank you. Brevity.
Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning.
All the viewers and listeners. I know you have to make the parliament again because I'm telling you, you really fight and you really a forerunner in everything, fighting for the people. But I just look at this election was like, I couldn't believe some of the things I'm seeing and hearing. And we just have to go back to the drawing board. And I think just like what you always mention, unity is force. Unite and you take down giants, you take down anything when you unite. So that's just my point of view.
Thank you so much. You see that? Short and sweet. Succinct. Short and sweet. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for your kind thoughts too. Thank you for your kind thoughts. I didn't want to pretend you didn't say some nice words about me. Right? Thank you so much for that. And like you said, back to the drawing board. We can't do the same things we did the last time because we can get the same result. Good morning.
Good morning, Sharon.
Marlin.
Good morning, freedom fighters. This election, it was a spiritual battle. However, we all noticed that we were robbed right in front of our eyes with all those tampered ballot boxes and whatever. Anyway, my question is, what next? I know we got to pick up and go. We got to move on because we going to overcome it. But are we taken to the streets? That's what I want to know. Are we taken to the streets? Are we going to petition or protest GCOM in our larger quantities instead of 20 and 25 people? What next? However, the list as it is that is being floated there, I love it. I love it. I love it. But I would like to know if Annette Ferguson will be going back to Parliament too. But I love the list. It's about how much I would have to say, not more. But I'll watch. I keep watching.
All right.
But I love the list. And I like the idea that the leader will be staying out. So he will be out there and be advisor and guide the young people. Give the young people a break. At least he's doing what he said. And I'm grateful to him for that. He's the boss. He's a boss. He's a fighter.
Yes.
And I love him. He was given a basket to fetch water. And he really did and fought a good fight with you guys along with him. And I must say kudos and hats off to y'all. Y'all really fought a good campaign. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marlon. And thanks to the folks, as Marlon said, who really worked hard during the course of the campaign. We didn't get the result we wanted, but thank you because a lot of hard work went into that. And Marlon says she loves the list with her own additions to it as well. I want to hasten because I want to take as many comments as we can. As many comments as we can. Let me see here.
What percentage of women?
All right. What percentage of women? I think we might be looking for a 30% too. Might or might not be looking for a 30%. And the caller as well sent a message saying, Deputy Speaker Sharon Duncan. I'd love to sit down next to Mansour. Or whoever, Deputy Speaker, I can get used to that. Thank you so much. Folks, we can't take any call. Send us a voice note. Deputy Speaker, you're putting thoughts in my head now.
Good morning, Guyana.
Good morning.
12 with God is the
You see, this is why we ask people not to call, but to message. Please and thank you.
majority.
All right, 12 with God.
Good morning, Guyana.
Here it is again.
12 with God is the majority.
All right, send a voice note, folks. Send a voice note. It will be more efficient like that. 12 with God is a majority. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Thank you.
Morning, brother. I want to know how would win with those persons that they have here as candidates match the PPP Parliament on issues that would benefit the people of this country and in the budget debates. Where are the persons to match those people? Who will be able to debate issues and the findings in the budget? God help us.
All right, that is part of the thought process. I'm certain going into picking members of parliament on all sides, definitely on APNU side. That is part of the thought process going into it. You need strong people. You need a lot of experience, and that's why it's a blend of experience. And no doubt you're going to see some new faces in the National Assembly as well. That is part of the thought process. I thank you so much for that contribution, sir.
Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning.
I want to say congratulations to all of you guys. Even though our parts is not where it's supposed to be, but I still felt that you guys have worked really hard. And the next 5 years, we will be back stronger. And I pray and hoping that you back in Parliament.
Thank you so much. We're coming stronger. We're coming back strong, and that is why it is so important to get this process right. You know, it is so important. We're coming back stronger. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. We're coming back stronger. Send us a voice note. Good morning.
Special good morning to you, Sharon, and all FYI family. My contribution this morning is to we are all Guyanese. Election is past and over. Let's join hands and get together and start doing the right thing. Let us stop bashing and insulting people. We are more intelligent than many things that I have seen people posted on your show. Come on, let's use our intelligence and start now. I have closed my operation. I'm a minor. I have closed my operation twice and come out to vote for an APNU. I've lost a lot by doing so, and sometimes find it a little difficult to get back when I have to find money for each workers as an advance.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not easy, but at the end of the day, we make sacrifices for betterment. Now, come on, let's start doing things differently. Let's start put the differences that has gone behind us and move forward, because forward ever, backward never. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Right. We got to do things different. We can agree to that. Folks, do not send more than one voice note. Thank you so much. Morning.
It is sad. I know we didn't lose that election. I know to my heart we didn't lose this election. But they stole it from us. They should be charged for treason, because that is treason. As an ex-policeman, as an ex-detective sergeant, I know that is treason. Jambio should be charged for treason, and those at GCOM, they should be charged for treason. I know we didn't lose that election. But let's get up and start campaigning from now. Start campaigning from now for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can assist me with a number for Mr. Paul Williams. Please and thank you. Have a good.
All right, sir. Thank you for your kind thoughts. Let us get up.
Say good morning to Mr. Narayan for me.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Let us get up. Thank you so much for that. Let us get up and start now. Man, you with me there. You with me there. Forward ever. Forward ever. Let us get up and let us move forward now. I love that kind of attitude. Please and thank you. Send us those voice notes, please. Send us your voice notes. We want to hear from you. Here we go. Oh, no? All right. Easy come, easy go. Easy come, easy go.
Morning, brother.
Good morning.
I want to know how would win with those persons that they have there as candidates match the PPP see
Oh, it's win.
in Parliament
It's win you had mentioned.
on issues that would benefit
Yeah.
the people of
Win.
this country and in the budget debates.
Yeah. I hope we got some win people watching, listening.
Who will be able to debate issues and the findings in the budget?
I get it clear now.
God help
Come on,
us.
win people, send me a voice note. Send us a voice note.
Who have the experience, who has the know-how, the crowd to handle any of them blunderbuss who they got in Parliament.
No name
You
call.
think anyone of them could match gloves with any candidate? Man, no. I put you alone for a whole bunch of crooks and criminals who they got coming out from my all two sides, Win and PPPC. Put your gloves on and take them on. You're good enough to do that. We don't need nobody else. We got the experience. We got the knowledge. We got everything now, but we don't have the unity. And that's where we erred and that's where we fall down. We coming back, though.
Yeah.
We coming back. Me, 60 odd years behind PNC and then no. Me can't afford for God to watch it fall down for nothing. Come, put on your gloves and let's go.
We coming back. I love that. We coming back. But listen, the name calling, eh? The name calling, eh? The name calling. Yeah, tell you we want to ease in. We want to ease into this new dispensation. Please and thank you. We got to ease into it, right? You said it got criminals and so on, right? And a couple mornings in the National Assembly, you got honorable criminals, you know, honorable MP criminal, honorable criminals. Folks, thank you so much. Thanks for that, my brother. Let's take another. We said don't call, folks. Come on, come on. Don't call. We want to make sure. All right, let me see. I got a list here. Let me see. Is it a list? Yes. Norton, Coretta, Jarita, Mahi Paul, Duncan, Campbell, Saiku, Paul Williams, Smith Daniels, Shana Smith Daniels, Todd. This is you, Todd. Rivaldo. Let me see. I ain't got on my glasses, eh? And Ronald Daniels. I see that list, my brother. I see that list. Thank you so much for that. I see the list. That is it there. Let's take another contribution. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Sharon. This is Ali. I'm calling from the Bahamas. I'm also an ex-schoolmate of Richard Ishmael with you.
Yes, my alma mater.
Following these politics in Guyana closely, hoping that we would have had a change, that nurses and teachers out in the diaspora could come back home and enjoy a good life. Nevertheless, it didn't work according to plan, but I must say kudos to Mr. Norton. He is our boss, hands
A fighter.
down. Also,
A
I want to
fighter.
encourage the Guyanese public. Let's not give up on Mr. Norton. He needs us now more than ever. Over the 5 years to come, we got to regroup. We got to go back. We got to come stronger than ever. I admire his leadership throughout this campaign trail, and I want to give him big up, Mr. Norton. Also, let's not lose hope. Let's embrace his vision, because I know we had the best team, the best manifesto to take our country forward. So I just want to say thanks to all of you guys that fought a good and strong fight. All right. Also, I'm waiting to see Mr. Terence Campbell, you, Shara Duncan, Nima Flu, Annette Ferguson, and also Ganesh in Parliament. All right, because I know you guys are the driving force, and we're gonna turn heads in this
Love it.
Parliament.
Love it.
All right,
Love
so
it.
let's all join hands, work together, and take our country back come next election. Thank you, Sharon.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that. You hear the energy in that voice? You know, it's forward ever. I love it. I love it. Eyes fixed, gaze set on the future. Folks, we encourage you again not to call, but to send a voice note. And of course, we'll be more than happy to play it. We'll be more than happy. Please and thank you.
Not sure if Mr. Norton is returning. However, so I have 13. Aubrey, Rita, Ganesh, Nima, Coretta, Christopher, Cheryl, Dexter, or Paul, Rivaldo, Rohit, Corbin, Jordan, Annette. Others can sit on boards, GCOM, RDC, and NDCs. Thank you.
All right. You see that? That's a stalwart, right? Succinct, right there. No, all over the place. Short and sweet. Love it, love it. Thank you for that contribution. Thank you so much.
Morning.
Good morning.
Again, nice to see Songman, Terence Campbell in the list, and I'm happy to see that Rivaldo's there as well.
Young bear ball.
The one guy called before and said, yes, you are David of those Goliaths, and I know you could fight a good fight. And fight a good fight. 12 straight rounds, counter punching all the time, relentlessly. And I want you guys to understand that you got to go there and fight the fight for the people.
Yeah.
Don't be pushed aside. Because you know the PPP, they don't like to take on blows. They always want to find some way to get one, like how they suspended from Parliament once. The next thing is, I'm a little skeptical about what the Win Party could deliver in this next Parliament. But I'll wait to see. Because, when you benefit from certain things like corruption, and then you go in Parliament to address corruption, we got issues.
Yeah. Yeah. It remains to be seen. Thank you for that corruption. What can Win bring to the National Assembly? We're about to find out. We're about to find. You got any Win people out there? We want to hear from you guys too.
Good morning, Cheryl.
Good morning.
My contribution this morning is as follows. That I believe all our effort need to be put into requesting, demanding biometrics and a clean voters list. And I believe a special team needs to be set aside to work with all of the opposition parties to get a unified voice for biometrics and a clean voters list. My second contribution will be about the youth interest that you were able to gather in your span out meetings during the campaign. That those youths need follow-up groups and mentoring. Because it's those youths, some of them, that have hemorrhaged over to Win because they felt that Win would do something for them. Their needs. They're looking at their immediate needs. And so Win, in my humble opinion, with all due respect, will not be allowed to advance any agenda to truly make an impact on people because they don't have access to the state resources. And even though, respectfully, Mr. Mohammed would have used his own resources to advance his political career, he cannot continue indefinitely. And so we're going to have a youth that still will not be able to be empowered. The APNU manifesto is the best for the youth. And I am advocating a fan-out meetings for the next 4 years, advancing our manifesto. I believe that is going to be able to bring a balance to the narrative that our youths fell for, as well as the biometrics and the clean voters list.
Yep, sound advice there. Sound advice there. Very, very sound advice. Thank you so much for that contribution. Thank you so much. A meaningful contribution. Thank you very, very much. Good morning.
Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning.
I think this election was rigged from the cash grant data that was presented
Correct.
to the PPP.
Correct.
And we all consider that data was never shared evenly around the various political parties to make the election campaign in a fair, level playing field. In addition, I think that APNU has lost tremendous amount of seats, and I believe that when it comes to selection of political representative in parliament, they should be wise and choose people to represent each administrative regions. And by doing so, they need to select the best person, not only to represent them, but who can also be in the driver's seat to encourage voters back to their camp. That's all.
Yeah. Interesting times ahead. Thank you so much for that. Very, very interesting times ahead. However you look at it, right? Tremendously, bigly interesting times ahead. Thanks for all the contribution. I'm wading through some more, ensuring that we give all the viewers. I'm seeing here Duncan, Finance, Campbell, Andrews, Norton, McDonald, Williams, Todd, Christopher Jones, and the young man, and someone else. Yep. Michael, Duncan, Finance, Campbell, Andrews, Norton, McDonald, Williams, Todd, Christopher Jones is another contribution this morning. And let's head to yet another one. Thank you guys so much for sending these voice notes in and the other information.
Sure, good morning.
Good morning.
The FYI family. The main people I want to see, just a few names I want to see in Parliament, that the voice is going to make a great impact and the voice will be heard.
Shoot.
It's you, Sharon, Ganesh Manipal, Young Beer Ball.
Yep. Rivaldo.
Dr. Paul Williams, Dexter Todd. We can go back to
Dr. Dexter Todd.
Put somebody is fine. But these are the voices, and that young guy from Borby's, Jordan, I think is his name.
Yeah, Vince Roy.
Vince Roy.
Yes.
These are the people I want to hear in Parliament. The voice will be heard. And Nima Flew moved best to her.
Yes, East Bank.
Whatever her name is.
Nima Flew best.
Those are will be heard. The loudest.
All right. Thank you for that. Yep. Thank you for those contributions. Did I get everybody? I hope so. Did we get everybody? Here are the concerns there. I think that's it. I think those are the contributions this morning. Perfect timing for us to bring down the program, to bring down the curtains on the program. If you joined us mid-course, of course, we've been talking about this new dispensation, who's going to make minister, cabinet ministers, who's going to make the National Assembly on the PPP side. And of course, there's a number of speculations on that front. Sham Nakta, Tandai McAllister, Peter Ramsrup are all names being floated on the PPP side, the PPC side. Sarah Brown is another name. Stephen Jacobs is another name on that side. And then you get to the We Invest in Nationhood Party. Of course, the leader of that party, Asruddin Mohammed, is poised to be the next opposition leader in the National Assembly. Tabitha Sarabo, Haley Don Hastings Williams, Natasha Singh Fordyce, Natasha Singh Lewis, also being floated as possible MPs in the 13th Parliament. We're also hearing other names in the Win Party like Ryan Richards, Dr. Ryan Richards, Vishnu Pandey, Gobind Harbajan, Nandrani Singh, Dr. Gordon Barker, Beverly Cornelius are some of the names being floated on that side. There's a signal that Mr. Norton may not be returning to the National Assembly, but again, all of this is just speculation at this point until the party formally declares what it is doing. But we're hearing should be returned to the National Assembly, Vince Roy Jordan, Ganesh Mahipal, Nima Flew Best, some of the names we're hearing on that front, folks. Dorita Fernandez as well, yours truly. I'm so grateful for the mention. Curtin McDonald, Ricky Ramsrup, Sherwin Holder, Christopher Jones, Dr. Terence Campbell as well, Saiku Andrews, businessman and artist, Dr. Dexter Todd, Sharma Solomon, Dominic Blair, Riaz Rupnarain. Riaz's name is also being touted there, as well as some of the possible picks to occupy the 12 seats of the APNU benches in the National Assembly, when the National Assembly convenes very soon and very shortly. Folks, that being said, that's our broadcast for this morning. Do we have any other? Maybe take one other. Go right ahead. All right. Maybe changed his mind. Go right ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Sheridan. Good morning to all.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Folks, we said, please don't call.
You know, if you don't chop the president immunity powers, can't move. There's no development here. The opposition have to. If they don't come together and weapon the president immunity out of the constitution, the president will remain a god.
Mm-hmm.
And he can do whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one to do him anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the problem in the country. Nothing more. He must be liable to the court of law. He must be liable. Yeah, you take care. Love you people.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. We'll get a different system. Strip the president of immunity. We ain't talking about AirFan. We're talking about the office of the president. Make the person accountable. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Duncan. Good morning here again. I'm making this spice note as simple. This is my take now.
Go ahead.
So, I think the first thing the party should do, both parties win and APNU, if they got the interest of the people still. First thing you got to do is flush out the whole GCOM.
Mm-hmm.
There's one. And done flush out GCOM now. You got to biometrics. And from biometrics, now you move to house registration. You got from now till the 23rd. But the whole thing about it is that we got to get the supporters in front of GCOM for demand. They say we can't move without being get or going down. But what I'm saying, the support need in front of GCOM each and every day. Leaders got to come out one by one.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Well, we're going to know if win is made of sterner stuff, because as the leading party in the parliamentary opposition, right, they will have to take a lot of initiative too.
Sharon, I must be forgiven for this. Ask forgiveness from Jarita Finance. They need Jarita Finance and Terrace Campbell. Those are people I need to. You know what I mean? I forgot. I was such in a hurry to make it short. But those people, Jarita Finance and Terrace Campbell, must be added to that list. And Solomon.
Sharma Solomon. Yeah.
These are the voices I need to be heard.
All right. Let us end then on that very, very high note. Thanks for all the contributions that you guys sent through. It made our program this morning. Thank you guys so much for all of those contributions that you guys have sent through. Right? And someone wants to know if corruption, the C word, will be permitted in the National Assembly. Is corruption going to be permitted in the National Assembly? There's someone asking. Well, it remains to be seen. Good, folks, it remains to be seen. Let that be it for our broadcast today, folks. Thanks for joining us and all of your views on where we should be going in the new dispensation, especially as the parliamentary seats are concerned. That's our time, folks, and that's our broadcast. We're going to see you guys right back here on the next one. Stay safe. Have a great